Say one obvious thing that's good about gold, silver, and the metals, physical metals, they're not flammable. you know, how many times, say for instance, you're running scared in the financial world. You're saying, well, they're going to have a deal like in Cyprus, they're going to have a bail in, they're going to steal your money that's in your accounts. They're going to have another thing where Elite Corzine is going to freaking make a major bet. Another broker like Corzine is going to make another major bet, lose all your money in your brokerage accounts due to that fact. So you think, well, I want paper cash. And you think, well, you know what? You can get damaged. You can get damaged. There's always something that can happen. You can hide it in the wall of your house. If you keep it in a safe deposit box of your bank, oh, they're going to steal it, right? So if you got silver, guess what? Fell in the water or something like that, and a mile down, it's still good, right? As long as you can get it back. That's the one advantage of these things. That's why they were used as money way back. They got some durability. Now, I saw the thing where Chris Barnum, I won't say his name, Barone. I said it named Barone one time before because I made an assumption. I thought he was like half Italian, so I figured he's Barone, right? No, he's Barnum, right? So that's his name. And I'm not putting my name out here unless I'm selling something. Unless I'm going to say, yeah, you're going to buy something from me, I'd probably sell lead versus, in a form of little cylindrical cones versus silver anyway. So, if I was selling something. But I'm not. So, but as far as what he stated, I think Chris was a little suspicious of a video out there that is gone viral, quote unquote, because they're telling everybody to buy silver on May 1st to break the banksters. I don't know about that, but I don't think you're going to break the banksters until they break themselves, basically, because it's almost like a pack of hyenas. If you start putting well, I guess they could put the pressure on them buying physical silver, but it ain't going to happen too dramatically. If it happens, it'll happen unexpectedly. And actually, Mark Farber does buy gold for the reason of not so much a speculative bet or a hedge or anything like that. He's actually fearful that there's so much complexity and so much interdependence in the financial system, and there's so much debt and so much money printing, like record territory. Even Japan just is embarking on in the last couple weeks record QE, 1.5 trillion yen, right? Where's this all going to lead? He's afraid that there might be this catastrophic collapse in the financial system or some type of reset, or people all going to get washed out. Hey, it's happened before. This is why things happen, actually. People feel like they're safe, and then they're not safe, So it's not a bad thing to do. So you buy silver for that, basically. So you buy the poor man's gold silver for that reason. I don't know. I would not really try to, if you want to buy silver on May, I might buy some silver on May 1st anyway, just for the hell of it. Join the campaign, but it isn't going to really put a dent in the banksters per se. And if I was had say $5 or $10 or $2 million to invest, like some of these guys they do, or even more, and I knew that silver was going to go up to like $50 this year or more, 60 or 70 or something like that, due to a major problem in the financial system, damn, I'd bet on that. But you know what? Nobody knows. The best of the best don't know either. But it looks like people in the know are still buying the physical. And with this damn futures market, it looks like the futures market actually started out as a good thing. It was to protect the farmer against fluctuations in prices. It was actually to protect the guy that actually put all his hard work and money into a product. And, something could happen where there was a big, drought or something in the product, or locust storm or something, and the product got messed up, and then he could protect and lock in the prices, right? Well, the system actually is now manipulated so much in Wall Street that it's screwing over the people that work, like the farmers and the miners. And the miners in Africa who are working their ass off in 130-degree temperatures in mines deep down below the earth, like a mile down and stuff, they're getting screwed. They're not actually getting anywhere near the money they should be for the labor they're doing. And the Wall Street futures market is saying the price should go lower and lower. Something wrong with this situation. It's not even just about Ben Bernanke. It's you're really screwing over the miners. Do you need the product or not? You know, in the case of gold, I could see where the Illuminati guys are trying to freaking get it away from it because it's archaic money. But in the case of platinum, it's like most of its industrial usage. And in the case of palladium, by far the most of its industrial usage. And even in the case of silver, a lot of it is industrial usage. You know, or silverware and things like that. So if the price is too high, you know, why, you know, and you're dropping it, the futures market's saying it's going lower and lower. Well, and then the companies are reducing the product or going out of business. You know, something's wrong with this equation here because people want the product. You know, it's being set on the stupid futures market, which is a racket. It is a racket. There is something going on there. Yeah, you don't need to actually get into every detail to see that something isn't going on there. Could you imagine Apple Computer having its price of its products being dictated by a futures market? No, because you don't need to, because you know, like you got an assembly line there, you know exactly what's going to happen with everything. You got stuff in inventory, and they turn them out like cookie cutters, and you got product development and whatever the hell else is out there. It's more or less, it's not going to be by the dictates of the weather or a mine collapse or something like that. They don't have to worry about that stuff. So they don't have a futures market. But could you imagine if Apple had to deal with a futures market? And the futures market said, everybody wants an iPhone or whatever, you know, but, you know, the futures market says they got to be $22. And Apple's losing money like crazy. Could you imagine every business was dictated by prices set on the futures market? Actually, what's going on there, it's no longer a mechanism to protect the actual worker, the hard laboring farmer, and the hard laboring miner. It's actually there to line the pockets of Wall Street. That's what's going on. So, and you know, it is going to come to a head at one point in time. There's no doubt about it. And, but you know, I wouldn't bother going out to Wall Street and protesting. Actually, probably the best way to do is like not to deal with any of the large banks. I've never dealt with Citibank. I mean, I know like on the workplaces they had some of these things. Actually, I steered my people away from it. Actually, I found out like the Midwestern banks usually will work with you better and give you better deals than the New York banks too. Anyway, so they pretty much, New York banks don't want to give you money or any kind of business unless you really show. Well, it's like that with everybody. I mean, but somewhat, but they will work with you less in my experience anyway. I notice a lot of people feel like they need to go to a larger name bank because of the prestige associated with it. They can say they bank at such and such or such and so or whatever, and it makes them sound more important, but in actuality they don't cut you any husses on those. I never have found their customer service to be very good, and pretty much any business I was dealing with, you know, it was usually the new guy that first got some money. He went to like the B of A, you know, that type of stuff because he felt it was more solid and prestigious. But I never liked those guys, man. Not, you know, usually. So, you know, I don't think you're going to break the price of silver by, you know, cause it to escalate and break the banks just by buying silver. I don't really have any suspicion of this video that's going around at all, though. They could just have a large mailing list, you know. I mean, it's if they got 100 something, I mean, I guess 1 million views would really be viral, like if you did that in a short period of time, but 133,000 views is not necessarily all that viral to me. You know, maybe it's viral for a silver video, but it's not all that viral, you know. I mean, if Lady Gaga tripped and broke her nose, man, off the stage or something, I bet you that would get like 2 million views inside of, you know, inside of a month. Now, if we get Lady Gaga to like break her nose with a, you know, chunk of silver, go like this, wham! I'm so pissed off at J.P. Morgan. I broke my nose with a 3-pound bar of silver. I bet you that would sell a few ounces. Or actually, I'm going to go off on a tangent here. Say like you're selling crack pipes made out of silver. I don't know. Maybe, who the hell knows? I mean, you know, that's the thing with this damn stupid silver. You got to run by a bunch of boring-ass lunkheads, man. You know what? There'd be so much wild shit I can actually think of products, you know, that could be made out of silver that I would sell. And I wouldn't be selling it. Actually, most of the stuff I would sell, if I had a smelter, I mean, I don't know how they melt down this shit. But, you know, maybe I could do bullets, but I can't freaking do, like, silver, you know, because it's more complicated. I could probably do lead. But if I was going to, like, get some silver and sell it, I don't want to give these guys ideas because they're so goddamn boring. But, you know, I'll give Sprott an idea if he wants to pay me, because I'll come up with a lot more. We can give a lot of ideas. You know, I would use the Argentium silver. I wouldn't be screwing around with that, the old antiquated sterling silver. Sterling silver, Argentium is sterling silver. It's 92.5%, but it's got germanium and it never tarnishes. You know how many cool things you can make that stay nice and super shiny, that look better than platinum, and they'll stay shinier than that, but they're a lot cheaper than platinum? Just throw another marketing name on it. Call it like, you know, Sylvanium or something like that, or whatever, you know. Argentium actually is a really cool name anyway. But, hey, you know, it's like these people are such freaking financial, boring lunkheads. They can't market something. I mean, you know, hire some porn stars or something to promote the product. I mean, whatever. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because they're like, oh, the banksters and who gives a shit, really? You know? I don't want to say too much because I could really get crazy on here, but, you know, YouTube's got these guidelines and I got to watch what I say on this damn thing. But, you know, you could really promote the hell out of silver. Big time. Big time. And they're not. They're not. Why would you care? Why buy a few stupid coins again? You're like, you look at a coin, you know, big deal, you know? How about a big giant silver nose ring or some shit, you know? With your astrological sign on it or something, you know? Really. They're not really pushing this product too much. They're not. They're lousy marketers. They're financial lunkheads. They're boring. You know? That's the problem. Big weird shit. And goddamn, these guys are a bunch of yo-yos. You know, I could promote this product way better, but probably won't be on YouTube because I get too wild. You know? But I can make silver fly off the shelf. I know I could. But I ain't really selling it, so I don't give a shit. But if I had a smelter and had all these molds and shit, man, I could get all kinds of crazy shit out there. People be buying it. They wouldn't be thinking about breaking J.P. Morgan. They'd be thinking of having fun. So, that's what you gotta do. You know, who cares about J.P. Morgan? They're just a bunch of old fuddy-duds with freaking suits, living in smog-filled New York, cutting each other's throats over electronic bullshit. And, you know, people have silver, have fun. And they got good karma. So they can keep their electrons. I'll keep my silver, man. That's what I say.